My diet has changed quite a bit over the years, especially the more I learn about nutrition. Food really is the greatest medicine out there, and your health is your number one asset. Keeping your body happy and healthy should be your number one priority above all. So today, we're gonna hop on a time machine and I'm gonna share with you 5 things I wish I knew when I started my health and fitness journey. And I firmly believe that these are things that everyone should know. Like, if I could go back in time, these are things I would tell my 21-year-old version, chubby cheeks on the left over here, because it would have saved me so much time, money, and frustration. And it would have made a great foundation to build from. And now you get to benefit from my last 12 years of knowledge and experience, because I love you. These are the exact same tips that I give to all my Fat Loss Accelerator students, and they've all gotten to see some amazing results. So you know what works. Before we get started, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video every week. Okay, the first one is a big one. This is your foundation, and it's that nutrition is a lifestyle, and it can be used as a very powerful tool. It's important that we start with this because a lot of people view nutrition as this all or nothing scenario. And this is when so many people do this. They make eating healthy their New Year's resolution, new year, new me, and they are off the wagon by February. The failure rate is something like 80%. Listen, eating healthy isn't an all or nothing scenario. It's a lifestyle, and it can be used as a very powerful tool. It could be about healing an autoimmune disease, like for example, if you have hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, eczema, and things like that. An elimination diet could work very well for you. It could be about healing your gut. It could be about losing fat. It could be about building muscle. There's a lot of different ways to take nutrition to accomplish certain goals. But your number one goal, more than anything, is to improve your quality of life. Are you with me so far? That's why you want to approach it as a lifestyle, as something that you basically do for the rest of your life, and not view it as something that you only do short term and then you go back to your old crappy habits. Like, you don't really question brushing your teeth every morning, right? You just do it. It should be the same when it comes to nourishing your body with the highest quality food and proper exercise. That should be as automatic as brushing your teeth, because again, it's just part of your lifestyle. But guess what? Sometimes you forget to brush your teeth at night. Let's say you fall asleep watching Netflix. Do you just say, I missed brushing my teeth, I'm just gonna quit? No. You wake up, you brush your teeth again, and you don't even think about it. You need to approach your health and wellness journey the exact same way. If you mess up, that's okay. You're one good meal away from getting back on track, and be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It does not help. Remember, change happens when you feel good, not when you feel bad. And here's another thing. Just because you can't afford to buy grass-fed and grass-finished beef and pasture-raised eggs doesn't mean that you should just eat ramen noodles and Pop-Tarts. That was legitimately my diet back then. There are levels to this, and the higher you get, the better. Like, I didn't always eat grass-fed and grass-finished beef. No, I always bought whatever cheap meat I could afford. Is it better than nothing? Is it better than eating Pop-Tarts and ramen noodles? Absolutely. Here's all I want you to think about, especially when you're just starting out. If you can't do something totally right, do it half, because it's still better than having an all or nothing attitude and doing nothing at all. You feel me? My next point is, what's best for your body right now will change. Sometimes you need to go on an elimination diet to deal with certain issues in your body. That's why I went carnivore for 30 days last year, and guess what? I felt amazing. I felt so good that now I do a carnivore-ish type of diet a couple of days every week, and I love it. When you're trying to lose weight, for a lot of people, a low-carb, moderate protein, high-fat diet of whole foods is probably your best tool. But once you reach your target weight, maybe it's okay to start incorporating a little bit more carbs into your diet. And I'm not talking about Pop-Tarts and Doritos here. I'm talking about maybe you can start having some quinoa, a little bit more tubers like sweet potatoes, and even some fruit. When I started intermittent fasting, for example, I started with a 16-hour fast, and I did that for the longest time, and I got amazing results from it. And now I've evolved to just eat one meal a day. Why? I just like it. I don't have to think about food all day. I can be productive, and I get to eat one giant meal, and it gives me so much flexibility if I want to eat cheesecake, for example. Going OMAD takes the concept of delay, but don't deny, to the next level. And sometimes you need to be flexible with your nutrition. When I travel, for example, and I love traveling, I still do intermittent fasting because it's just part of my lifestyle. But I pair it with the seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. Like when I went to Italy, for example, you can bet I ate all the pizza, pasta, and gelato I could fit in my mouth. Did I put on a couple of pounds? Absolutely. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. I would do it again in a heartbeat because I know that I can always get back on the wagon when I'm done traveling. It's all about being flexible with your diet. Do you see what I mean here? Number 3, I really wish I could go back in time because this would have saved me so much money. It's that you don't need to buy workout supplements to be healthy. It made me laugh when I read this thing for the first time where the number one reason why millennials can't afford to buy a house is because they eat too much avocado toast. And I'm considered a millennial, so it's okay to make fun of my generation. But I would put buying workout supplements as the second reason why millennials can't afford to buy a house. The third reason would be online shopping. It is quite the black hole. When I first got into lifting, for example, and I started to care about my nutrition, I was obsessed with supplements, especially protein powders. I wanted them all the time. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. I couldn't finish my current tub fast enough so I could try another flavor. I was like a little fat kid in a candy store whenever I go to Popeyes or GNC, and I would look at BCAAs, pre-workouts, and all the different flavors of protein powders, and I would buy all of them. I spent so much money on supplements, it's not even funny, and they ain't cheap. But here's the thing, eating ground beef would have been better and cheaper, and it would have been more satiating. And it's so easy to fall into this trap because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Supplement companies spend top dollars in their marketing trying to make this stuff appealing to you. But guess what? You can get all the benefits from these workout supplements by just eating a piece of meat. The same concept goes with anything with the word protein attached to it, like protein donuts, protein pancakes, and protein cookies. You're still eating a donut. You're still eating a cookie. Let's just call a spade here. Now, having said that, I would maybe make a couple of exceptions because we just don't get enough of this stuff in our diet. Unless you're eating organic vegetables grown in the Himalayas, shipped right to your door, and you're eating grass-fed and grass-finished beef every day, and you're eating pasture-raised eggs from happy nesting chickens, and you don't have any stress in your life, and you do some form of physical activity every day, you're getting 10,000 steps every day, and you get at least 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night, then you are absolutely winning. You should just stop watching this video. But if you don't meet those criteria, then it might not be a bad thing to take some high quality multivitamins, some omega-3, and some magnesium glycinate. And I'm gonna put a link to the same stuff that I take in the description box. But again, there are levels to this. I don't want you to worry about these supplements. You don't necessarily need them. They just help. Your number one goal is to still eat whole foods. Number 4, this might ruffle some feathers, but hear me out. I wish I didn't sign up for a gym membership right away. So, if you follow me on Instagram, and you should, my handle's at the top here, you'll know that I am an absolute gym rat. I love training, but I wasn't always like that. Just like a lot of people, I hated going to the gym when I was just starting out. You know, I had this all or nothing attitude about it, which didn't really help. My brother literally had to drag me to the gym, kicking and screaming, when I went for the first time. And I also thought that going to the gym was the only place where you can exercise. But the gym can be a very intimidating place for a lot of people, especially if you're a beginner. You feel like everyone's looking at you and judging you, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And that's how I felt. That's why I didn't go for a long time. But I still kept my gym membership because if I canceled it, that would have meant that I was quitting. This is how people get stuck with gym membership that they don't use, by the way. Listen, I was a coach at a gym for years, so I'm gonna share a fun fact with you. Gyms actually sell you these year-long memberships and actually count on you not to go. This is the 80-20 principle at work here. Only 20% of gym members actually go to the gym. Think about it. A commercial gym will easily have hundreds, if not like over 1,000 members. Imagine if they all went at the same time. That would be really interesting. What I should have done was save my money. I should have bought healthy foods instead, and I should have done home workouts. I definitely would have started working out a lot sooner instead of having this irrational fear of the gym, thinking that it was the only place where I could work out. I just thought that you needed to use all this equipment to get fit. You don't. You don't need machines. You are the machine. You can get really fit by just doing body weight workouts. And if you want a proven plan on how to do this, then make sure you check out my Lean Body Blueprint 21-day weight loss challenge, and I'm gonna link to it somewhere at the top here. Number 5, very important. Just because something is labeled as healthy doesn't mean that it is. This is one of the biggest reasons why nutrition is an absolute gong show in terms of what's actually good for you and what isn't. There's a lot of information out there about how to lose weight, and most of them are complete trash. Big food, big agriculture, and big pharma are also trillion-dollar industries. So we buy food from companies that don't have our best interest when it comes to our health, and we get health advice from people that don't care about our food. Think about that for a second. And I'm just gonna give you a few examples here because I have other videos that exposes a lot of these myths. For example, just eat less and move more if you want to lose weight. Nope. That has about a 99% failure rate. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It isn't, especially if your breakfast consists of breakfast cereal, toast, waffles, pancakes, oatmeal, or anything that's refined and processed. If that's the case, breakfast might be the most important meal for you to skip. Fat is bad for you. Fat makes you fat. Nope. In fact, if you're not eating enough fat in your diet, you're probably fat. Next, I don't really know when this became the norm, but the idea of granola bars and protein bars being healthy for you. You are literally eating a glorified Snickers bar with some protein, thinking that juice is healthy for you. It isn't. You're drinking a can of Coke with some vitamins. Still drinking milk as an adult and giving it to our kids because we think that the calcium in milk is good for your bones. Well, study after study will show you that the higher your dairy intake, the weaker your bones are. And you can get calcium from way better sources like vegetables and meat. And think about it this way. A cow's milk is designed to grow a 90-pound baby calf to a fully grown 1,500-pound cow in 15 months. How do you think that's gonna go when you keep putting this stuff in your body? We also give this stuff to our kids, and childhood obesity is at an all-time high. Now, this is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers, but another thing that is labeled as being healthy is going plant-based. People watch documentaries like Game Changers and What the Health. They get their heartstrings pulled and they take it as the truth. The thing is, none of the health claims in those documentaries are based on good science. It's just not. There is a grand total of 0 randomized controlled clinical trials that shows that a vegan or a vegetarian diet is the healthy diet for humans. It's nothing more than a modern day human experiment. I'll give you an example here. If you eat an Impossible burger patty, for example, so that's plant-based, you would have to eat a grass-fed and grass-finished burger patty to offset the carbon footprint of your little plant-based food experiment. Because a burger patty from environmentally regenerative sources is actually carbon negative. Your little Frankenfood experiment of a burger patty, yeah, it's no good for the environment. Do you see what I mean here? And probably my favorite is the 0-calorie myth. People fall in love with drinking diet soda, and I used to be one of those people. I drank a can of 2 of Zevia every day, and I thought that I was holier than thou because it was made with stevia, and I thought I was being healthy. Well, it ain't good for you. And again, make sure you check out my video about these popular nutrition myths that are still considered healthy and conventional wisdom, but they're absolutely not good for you. That's it, guys. Mistakes are part of the process. And I just gave you 5 things I wish I knew when I just started my health and fitness journey. And if you learn from all my mistakes and apply all the principles you've learned in this video, you're absolutely gonna level up, you're gonna have quite the advantage, and you'll be well on your way to finally achieving your health and wellness goals. The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I melted all the fat around my stomach without depriving myself of my favorite foods or wasting hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. All right, that's all I've got. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week. And hey, leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. First, a high five.